Hello, kittens. So, I attempted to, earlier today, when the voting opened, I attempted to do the video game awards then when it opened, but oh boy, did that website have some struggles. Some struggles. And at the time I was being tormented by a game called The Quiet Man. I didn't have it in me. I did not. Oh, I did not have it in me to try to sit and fight the fucking website to do the voting. So what I did was I've been trying it intermittently throughout the day, and I just came back to it. And so I did all the voting. I'm just going to show you what I did and then talk about it a little bit. And hopefully this way it is not going to sit and be chalky. You can see 29 out of 29 right here. It's not going to be shitty about loading these because doesn't have to load it's already, I've already chosen. So game of the year is our first category. And so of these, my game of the year would probably have been Yote if it was in here, honestly. That is the game I am the most interested to play of all these. Death Stranding 2, I thought the first Death Stranding was okay. I mean, I played through the whole thing. Nintendo, I have not given two runny shits to rub together about Nintendo stuff for quite a while, including now. Hades looks neat, but I don't like top-down games as a rule. And so Hades and Hades 2 are just not anything that I probably honestly am ever going to play. Silk Song, I mean, I'm really happy for people that Hollow Knight Silk Song came out. I really am. They've been waiting a really long time for that. A lot of people seem to really love Hollow Knight. I am not like platformers with combat. I'm just not. It's not my thing. The 2D side scrolling stuff. It's not me. And so for that one, I haven't now played Hollow Knight. I'll probably never play Silk Song, but I am happy for people that they can. Kingdom Come Deliverance, and this is the one thing I voted for on stream, actually. But I'm going to go over it again. Kingdom Come Deliverance, I hated the first game because I want it to be able to do funny stuff, and it was definitely way more intended to be a realistic reflection of wherever this is set, somewhere in some Slavic country, I guess, back in medieval times, and fine. Some people like that. That's not my bag either. And I don't need it to be ultra realistic. I'm looking more for the power fantasy of like the fantasy warrior type characters and all that kind of stuff. And so my experience with the first one was not enjoyable. And the second one I have no interest in. So that leaves these two are the only two I actually want to play out of this list. Clear Obscure, or Clear Opaque, I guess, if you will. Arty stuff, I really, 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 really have a hard time separating myself from. I love arty stuff. And this is maybe the artiest thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And I absolutely want to play this game 100%. I'm excited to play it at some point. I know it's on sale right now. I'm going to get to it, I think, at some point. I don't know when, but it is on my list of things to play. And I mean, this is too, I don't have a PS5 yet, which I would need to play this. But definitely this is something I intend to get to at some point. I don't know that I would buy this one. Expedition 33, I definitely would. So I think in that case, this is why that one gets my vote. Okay, moving along to the next one. Hopefully, please load. I had really hoped that this would have sped things up. Because ideally, so my idea was I don't want to go back and edit this. I just want to do it live in the studio. And so anyway, this is best game direction. Best game direction for me, just from what I've seen, and I've honestly not seen a lot of this. It was between Split Fiction and Yote, and I am going to give Yote all the possible love I can because I felt like Yote should have been in the game of the year. I mean, they could have made an exception and just and had 7. They could have had 7 for this year. They could have done that. I felt like Yote should have been in that conversation a lot more forward. But I get it. My opinion is they probably didn't want to have 2 Sony exclusives. And so they didn't. And Jeff Keighley and Hideo Kojima are, I guess, sort of linked in Jeff Keighley's mind. Maybe they are outside of that. I don't know. And I think that was the thing that pushed it over into this Sony exclusive being the one that was in that conversation and category rather than this Sony exclusive. But I could be wrong. It is certainly possible that I'm not correct on that. But anyway, so Yote, I'm giving best game direction. I could see very, very easily, though, that I wouldn't be surprised if Expedition 33 took that as well. And can we go to the next one? This site is so clunky. Okay, so best narrative. Best narrative, despite myself, it had to be Clair Obscur. And I only generally know the storylines of all these. Like, I have not deep dove into any of these particularly. Just very cursory, but from what I've seen so far, like Clair Obscur should get that also. Best art direction, again, Clair Obscur. Clair Obscur should get no matter how these two, I'm sure, are just visually stunning. Both of these two. Death Stranding 2, the first one was pretty stunning. Ghost of Tsushima was one of my all-time greatest games just because it looks so gorgeous. And this game will not look worse than Ghost of Tsushima. I'm sure of that. This looks actually pretty decent as well. But this is art its very goddamn self. And I can't in good conscience give it to anything other than that. It's just a really stacked year. I've said it before. I'll say it again. 2025 is one of the most stacked years, I think, for video games generally. Okay, can we go along here? This fucking website. Oh my God. I don't even know who's on the jury. I should probably look. Who's on the jury? You know what? I'm not going to look. Never mind. That's not important. It just doesn't want to go. There we go. Best score in music. Okay, so this one could be anything literally. Like Ludwig Porcel and Woodkid is probably pretty good. Haiti, none of these are bad. They're all probably really, really, really good. But this one I just fell back on what I actually wanted to play. And Tsushima was outstanding. I have no doubt that Yote is as well. I haven't heard a whole ton of the music, though, just to be clear on that. But I feel pretty good with Yote there. Yep. This is what I was trying to avoid by pre-voting all of these, was this exact thing. Okay, best audio design. So we have Battlefield 6. I don't know why. This one is very interesting. This one was again the audio design was quite good in the first one as well. Same as Tsushima. This one I've seen enough of this game that I don't like what they're doing with the audio design, I guess. Like, it is good, but I just don't like it. So again, this one is kind of defaulting to Yote. This is I mean, this is like live in the studio streaming. I mean, it is pretty much it. Just sitting here with my entire fucking fist in my ass waiting for this cocksucking website to load. Jesus Christ. I've already voted. My votes are in. Jesus Christ, can we just fucking go? Okay, best performance. Oh man, this is so tough. Just between, if you took everyone out and just left Charlie Cox and Jennifer English in, just those two, it would be extremely difficult to pick. And both of those two I went back and forth with them for quite a while. Phenomenal. Both these two are phenomenal talents. These two are the standouts to me, Cox and English. And then we do have Troy Baker. I mean, Troy's like, there's a reason he always gets work, I think. But then we have Kanatsu Kato. And I think her as Hinako was just fantastic. That is I think she might be my favorite part of that, of Silent Hill F. I don't know if I'm ever going to play it because the combat looks just clunky. But, and oh boy, have I had enough of clunky combat, like for the next probably 15 lifetimes. Which is also what's sort of keeping me from considering playing the Silent Hill 2 make. But Hinako, the voice acting, I thought was really, really good. I've heard, now to be fair, I have not heard a whole ton of Charlie Cox's or Erika Ishii or Jennifer English. I mean, I've heard little bits and pieces. He's like, I know this is going to be good, except for he's just kind of biting on, he's basically, I think, kind of imitating Harrison Ford, which, like, he does a really, really convincing job of it. But can we just go? But I don't I don't know about that. I don't know that's I don't know. Oh, fucking bastard. Wait, go back one. Oh, I hate this website. You clunky piece of shit. Could you just go back? What category was that? So we did oh yeah, access. Okay. So I'm just gonna look at this one here real quick. Innovation, accessibility. I can't look at it this way because of course. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this one, so South of Midnight looks really, really interesting. I kind of am curious about this game actually. But then I look at this, and this one is highly customizable. Doom the Dark Ages. I have almost no interest in playing it. I don't fucking care about soccer. And also, fuck EA. And then we have Assassin's Creed Shadows. If their accessibility in this game is like it is in Far Cry 6, where it just constantly reads the menu to me, even though I hate that, fuck all that. Then we have Atom Fall. Rebellion is a developer I like quite a lot, thanks to their work on the Sniper Elite franchise. So that is why they're getting the nod here. Will they win it? Who the fuck knows? Games for Impact. Okay, so Games for Impact, this is a food thing, and I don't like the art style. This is a soccer thing, and I don't really like the art style. This is I don't. What happened with Annapurna was a shame. It's too bad things went the way they did, but I don't love this art style either. So it was down to these two for me, pretty much. for Games for Impact, South of Midnight or Lost Records. And I think Lost Records is quite reflective of where we are now, where music stores and honestly music itself is as bricked as it has ever been in my entire life. It is like that industry, it would be hard for me to conceive of it being more deader than it is right now. So that's why Lost Records got the nod. Also, that's from Don't Nod. And Don't Nod, I think, makes some pretty interesting narrative games. Okay, best ongoing. We have, I like the art style of this. Final Fantasy 14. This is pretty cool looking. Fuck Fortnite. Helldivers, I don't care about that. Marvel Rivals, I care even less about. So it came down to No Man's Sky. And, we'll give them a shout, I guess. Good for them. Good for No Man's Sky. I have no idea. I don't think that No Man's Sky is going to win this or even be in the running. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's between Helldivers and Marvel Rivals. But, we will stand alone out there. We will stand all by our goddamn selves if we need to. Okay, best community support. This is the easiest vote I had so far, and it was for BG3. Larian is, I think, just super fantastic at what they're doing with that. Best indie game. So if we're saying, oh, it didn't save my vote. You fucking asshole. So yeah, here it is. So if we're saying best indie game, if I'm saying the game of the year is Clair Obscur, it has to also be the best indie game by default. So this looks really interesting to me. Absolum, that looks kind of cool. Blueprints looks. I think I might find this game frustrating, but it does look kind of interesting. This, I don't know what this is. This looks kind of interesting too. Nope and nope. Although I'm sure Silksong and Hades 2 are both fantastic games. Like, I have no doubt of that. They're just not for me. Can we have the next category, please? This website is so clunky. I think I have voted in other game of the years as well. If I wasn't trying to make content on this, I probably would not bother. Okay, best debut indie game. Again, like, how do you not pick Clair Obscur? Like, Clair Obscur, I would not be surprised if they sweep everything. Like, this thing, when it came out, this thing came out like a fucking rocket. And I think this is what really, so you hear a lot about AA right now. AA is just shoveling the dirt on AAA right now. And it is, I think, largely on the back of this game here of Clair Obscur. This is the one game that for me, what had to have been in the discussion of game of the year. And if it doesn't get game of the year with the other games that are in there, something is fucked somewhere. And can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Maybe not. Maybe we're just going to sit here and jack it in San Diego. Okay, best mobile game. I have not played any of these games. I will play exactly none of these games, but Pretty Derby. Fuck yeah. Pretty Derby it is. I don't care about mobile games. The only one I was kind of interested in is Angry Birds, just because they did this cross promotional thing with Alveus, which I thought was just super cool, like one of the coolest things I'd ever heard of. Can I pretty please see the next category website? Pretty please. I don't know if we're going to get to those 29 categories. Am I going to get to all 29 within 29 minutes? Probably not. Maybe within a half an hour, but we'll see. Okay, so the best VR AR. The only one of these that I thought, this one looks kind of interesting, but this one isn't necessarily just strictly VR. I think you can play this like normally also. And I'm only I'm only moderately interested in this one. This one here is Ghost Town. Looks really cool concept. I like the idea of that. And this would have all sorts. I think this one has a lot of stuff you can interact with, which is always what you want in VR, I think. VR is not something I do a lot of. Because I don't really have a VR rig at the moment, but you never know. Like maybe someday in the future that'll change. I don't know. I think that the Steam rig I think is really interesting looking. And that, I believe that is a VR something or other, that component to it. I think. Slashimi. That's cute. This one would probably be pretty good also. Or at least entertaining. I don't know. Maybe not good, but entertaining. Can I have the fucking next page? Please? What number are we on? I should look. We are on, so we're on, we are, okay, right here. So we still have 13. So this is 16 of 29. Could you just go on? No? This is what I was trying to avoid. Obviously not very successfully. It's weird. It's like the button just doesn't work. There we go. Best action game. Maybe I should click it now while we're waiting. I'll click it now while we're waiting. Oh, no. See, and then it fucks me up. God damn it. Oh, I hate you. So stupid. Fuck. This is just like one of my streams. All right, we'll talk about this one then. Best action adventure. So here's what we have: Split Fiction, Death Stranding 2, Silk Song, and okay. Okay, this is what I was dealing with over and fucking over with this goddamn piece of shit of a website. Fucking Christ. Okay, I don't know if I can go right to the category, but maybe can I go right to it? Can I go right to best action? Okay. That's good. Okay, so best action we have Battlefield. What the fuck is this? This is best action. This category fucking sucks. So I gave it to Shinobi. Shinobi's sure. It's as good as anything else. Shinobi I doubt will win it, but that's who I gave it to. Best action / adventure. That one we had almost the same. No Doom in this one. And I gave that to Yote again. Yote, I think, actually has a pretty good shot here. I wonder if it's easier just to go back just do it like this. Let's try this. Let's see if this is any faster. Maybe, huh? Okay, so best RPG, we had Avowed. Really interesting that this is here. Outer Worlds 2. So we had 2 from Obsidian. Also kind of interesting, I think. Monster Hunter Wilds and KCD2. This one for me has to be again. I don't know if these other ones are super RPG. This one might be kind of this one, I guess. I don't know about that one or that one. But this I get this does seem to have a lot of RPG elements. So in for a penny, in for a fucking pound, Clair Obscur for that as well. Best fighting. Oh, this one. So this one was very difficult for me. This is arguably the hardest category that I voted in. And because it came down to Capcom and Mortal Kombat. And I spent my good share of time with both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. And I couldn't pick. I couldn't pick. And then I came down here and I said, oh, RGG. All right, RGG it is. So that's why I chose whatever this is, Virtua Fighter 5. This is silly, though. This category, like the choices in here are kind of goofy. Okay, so best family. Let's see if we can get to best family. Can we get to best family? I have a vote card. Can we go to best family? Yes? No? There we go. Best family. Fuck Nintendo. I don't know anything about this. This looks like a mess. Fuck Nintendo. I was actually looking at Sonic, but then I saw Split Fiction. And I went, you know what? I don't like EA, but Split Fiction. I think this is actually, I don't know why it's in the family category, but since it is, then there's my vote for your Split Fiction. We take the opportunities where they arise. Okay, let's go back to this. So we have this one, Best Sim Strategy. Oh my God, we're down to the last 9. But there's no way this is coming in at under 30 minutes, unfortunately. Best Sim Strategy. Can we do it? Can we do it, website? Can we do it? Can we do it? Not looking great. Maybe. Of course, we have the this I think is the funniest thing. This is the most. Oh, okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Rest assured. This one reminds me a lot of the Valkyria Chronicles. So I'm assuming it's that kind of game. Tempest Rising looks like a Command and Conquer, and this is, I think, actually kind of interesting looking. We've got, I don't know what this is, but this one, the Altars. So I had to look up all these games, and the Altars seems like it has a really interesting approach for this. Like one that I don't play these kind of games usually, but I would consider it, I guess, for the Altars. I kind of like the way that it's a really interesting premise, I think. Okay, so best racing game. I'm giving away the spoilers here by showing you guys So if you hover over this, it shows you my vote. It won't anymore because it ostensibly is loading the fucking page really slowly, but I find it really interesting. Like, I can't imagine how much traffic are they actually getting. Journalists and like Reddit forums and stuff like that. I mean, did that make people vote? I don't know. Here's me. Okay, so we have F1. F1 was one I considered it here, but Sonic. I voted Sonic. All right. Are we okay? How about this one? No? Okay. Jesus fuck. Okay. Best multiplayer. Even though I don't like this as a concept, like I don't like the idea of you're forced to have multiplayers or it doesn't work. Like I don't, as a concept, I don't love that. But we also have player's voice. So player's voice, we'll probably get to that if it shows it. It basically is a tournament where it goes from 30 to 10 to 5. See, so there's 30 names, and then you vote 10 of those, and then the next one there's 10 names and you vote 5 of those, and then the next time there's 5 and you vote 1. Which I will be doing, but it doesn't open until December. Okay, best multiplayer. Arc Raiders. I think this is funny because players are nice as a concept instead of PvP. It's like PCP, players cooperating with players. There's this, I guess. There's this. I don't know what this is other than I think I hear about Hassan playing it occasionally, but I don't know anything about it. But this one is another chance for me to give Split Fiction a nod, and I think it's worth supporting. Split Fiction looks really cool. I don't know who I would play it with, but it does look really neat. Okay, best adaptation. Yeah. We have Devil May Cry. We have Splinter Cell. We have The Last of Us Season 2, which, in my view, these two are, as Joel and Ellie, could not possibly be cast any more incorrectly than they were. And then we have Until Dawn, which bore no resemblance to the game, I guess. But to me, it's not a... Why make this? Like, there's already a lot of other horror movies out there. Like, I don't understand this. So this one I chose because I really like Jason Momoa's jacket. His big, pink, puffy jacket. So his jacket gets my vote. Most anticipated game. Okay, I don't care about 007. I don't care about... I don't know if I'm ever going to play GTA 6. I haven't played 4. I haven't played 5. Maybe someday I'll play one or both of those. I don't know. I kind of doubt it. There's just so much other stuff I would rather play. Wolverine, don't care. This one actually looks good. But like comic book games, comic book character games, I'm not super interested in. Obviously, Requiem is one that I have my eye on very intensely. Here's why I did not vote for Requiem, okay? Every game that has been released on the RE engine, starting with 7, has been, for me anyway, a letdown. Every single one of them. 7, to me, didn't belong in like I did a Resident Evil retrospective. 7, as far as I'm concerned, does not belong in the Resident Evil conversation. Ethan Winters is the worst main character that any of those games have by a lot. And he's one of the worst characters, I think, in the franchise in general. There are worse than him, to be sure, but he is one of the worst. He's in the conversation for the worst. Resident Evil 7, the only character I liked to any degree at all, actually, I guess there was two of them. The only human was Zoe to an extent, and the game got really bullshitty. Like, if you chose to save Zoe because Mia basically put you into the bear trap, the game fucked you over. And I was like, what the? This sucks. But I did like Evelyn. I didn't like Evelyn being a wall. Like, Resident Evil likes to turn things into walls, but I did like Evelyn. Evelyn, I think, is a really good character. Comparatively. She's not great on the level of like the Dimitrescu daughters or Lady Beneviento or Mother Miranda, but she's still a really cool character. My favorite part of Village was when she was stomping fucking Ethan's dick in the dirt. That was awesome. Anyway, this one, Requiem. I mean, we've gone back to Raccoon City twice with RE Engine, right? We went back with RE2 Make. RE2 Make I thought was better than the first game. Then we went back with RE3 Make. RE3 Make was not better than the original, I didn't think, but of all the remakes, I did like RE3 the best. I think it's a lot of fun to play. RE4 Make, it's just that slow, shitty, clunky movement. I don't like it. And looking at all the footage for Requiem, it's the same fucking thing again. So I gave it instead to The Witcher 4, which to me is by far the most interesting of these pool of new games right here. Like, The Witcher 4 is shaping up, I think, to be pretty goddamn dynamite. And I like Ciri a lot. I think she's another fantastic character. And the visuals look great. Like, everything about that set of Project Red hopefully will not fuck this up out of the gate. I don't think they will. At least I hope not. Fingers crossed, I guess. But that's my pick, is Witcher 4. And that's why. It would be Requiem if Witcher 4 wasn't in there. If it was a different game, maybe. But I don't. It's going to be GTA 6. I don't even know why they have this category. Like, they might as well just say most anticipated GTA 6, but I'm picking Witcher 4 anyway. Okay, Content Creator of the Year. If we can load it here, this is one of the worst pictures I think I've seen of Charlie. And you can see it was Charlie there that I chose. And I think I've said this about Charlie before, but he's the guy who's living out the dream that a lot of us have. And he always seems so grateful for it. This is an awful picture of him. It looks like is his nose crooked? I don't know. But this is not a good picture of him. But like, I think he brings a lot of good into the world. Seems like a really smart guy. Like, he's genuinely grateful for stuff, and he's living the dream. And I have used a lot of his footage, and I appreciate that he lets people do that without climbing up their ass about it. Kai Cenat, I'm not familiar with. Cadril, I don't know who that is. This appears another VTuber, Sakurumiko. I don't know what this is. This is like an Angry Orange thing, I think, or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, the Content Creator of the Year. I think Charlie's always in the conversation as long as he's making videos. Best esports game. Okay. Anyway, so we've got, this is interesting. Dota, I'm not this has been around, I think, quite a while. I'm not super familiar with it though. League of Legends. Yep, that's been around too. Counter CS2. Yep. Yeah, Valorant. Yep. But you can't put this in the title of your game without me looking at it favorably. So bang bang it is. Bang 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 bang. Bang 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 bang. Bang. Best esport athlete. So this is what I was laughing at before. The idea of of athlete in the context of esports, I think, is really entertaining. Because like, what role does athleticism actually play in this? I don't know. So we've got none of these guys I know anything about. But Kakaroodaloo, I'll give it to him. What is oh, he's on Street Fighter. Yeah. Street Fighter, yeah. Yeah. Street Fighter. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know anything about any of these guys. He's got a good look about him. We'll go with him. All right, best esports team. All right, so we've got these guys have really, really bitchin' gear. Like, this looks really good, the NRG team. Genji, League Legend, Team Falcons, Team Vitality, and CS2. And of course, bang, 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 bang. I didn't mean to. I was trying to highlight the bang bang part, but I can't apparently do that. Okay, you get the fuck out of here. Okay, let's see. Let's go to. No, I've reached the edge. Have I really reached the edge? 404. Hello? I think that might have been the edge of it. Maybe let's go look at categories. Best esports team. Yeah, so it was. So the where is the I don't know if that's going to show up on here. Oh, let's look at who the jury is. Nominations for the Game Awards selected by a voting jury of over 100 leading media and influencer outlets across the globe. Sure. Who are they? Oh, here we go. Easy Allies, Entertainment Weekly, Esquire, Game Informer, Gamer Rant, Gamer Ranks, Game Ranks. Oh, you you guys, huh? All right. Gamer Tag, Games Beat, Giant Bomb, GameSpot, IGN, Inverse, NPR, MinMax, Kind of Funny, Jeff Gersman. No, Outside Extra, Outside, guess not. Those kids over there, they should get a say too, damn it. PC Gamer, Polygon, Pride.com, Rolling Stone, Wired, Wirecutter, Variety, and the Atlantic. Oh, that's right. We got the UK. Maybe they're over there. Dexerto, Edge, Eurogamer, Games Radar, Gaming Bible, Metro, PC Games, Pocket Gamer, The Mirror, The Times, Tech Radar, Pocket Tactics, and I don't know what happened there. I was looking at the jury. Can I look at the jury? Oh, because it wanted to go to frequently asked questions and rules. We don't care about that. So then there's also VG247, VGC, Culture Geek, Infobay, Screen Hub, Press Start, Skill Up. Interesting. Survivor, Het, Newsblad, Invader, Power Unlimited, Canal Tech, Combo Infinito, Flow Games, Pola de Espalo, Game on. This is San Paulo. Bola de San Paulo. Game on. Yogo. Billy Dede. Billy Dede. Nope. Billy Dade. Billy Dade. Something like that, maybe. Nautilus. OX do control. Nice. Omelete. Voxel. CBC. CG. La Devoir. Les Devoirs. Mobile Syrup. Screen Rant. BOBO TV. Etc. TV. Super Geek. A9. Game Bonfire. Game. God damn, they have a lot of stuff here. Gamer Sky. Colombia. Oh my God. How many fucking countries? Jesus Christ. Look at all this. Oh, special. The special accessibility experts. Okay. That's cool. What else is here? Global media outlets. Fucking hell. This is wild. Yeah. All right. That's cool. I wanted to see if they had those dates on here though. So up here maybe? No. Is it here maybe? No. Is it here maybe? So it goes, I did write it down. So it goes December 1st is the first round, then December 4th, then December 8th. So that you can have the show on December 11th. Wow, look at this. 154 million live streams. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to be live streaming this. By the way, I don't care that much. Also, I think that the people will be interested in watching live stream this will probably be live streaming it. And I am not, I don't think, probably among them. How long was the game show? Let's just look real quick. Let's see how long it was. Can we look? Okay, so it was only half an hour? Oh, interesting. I can't be right. I can't be right. There's no way. Wait a minute. Yeah, here it is. So this was fucking over 3 hours. 3 hours and 40 some odd minutes.
What's up, everyone? I'm Cindy Goodman, and welcome to the 2024 Game Awards Opening Act presented by State Farm. We are counting down to the main event, our 10th anniversary show.
All right. Well, anyway, so there it is. That was my picks for the my very long-winded picks, longer than I thought it was going to be. My long-winded picks for the Game Awards for 2025. Again, I think especially at the very tip top of we saw a lot of very similar names throughout all of this stuff. And it's like almost the same games were competing with each other for almost everything. And I just felt like it was just a super, super stacked year this year at the upper levels. There was just a lot of really, really good to great stuff that came out. Definitely a banner year, I think, in a lot of respects. And it's always kind of interesting because it just always makes me wonder. You know, every time I see something like this, I'm like, when is the next one going to be? Where it gets like this, you know, where it's like just as stacked as it is. And it's an interesting discussion, you know, the best years for gaming and all that kind of stuff. And to me, it's like you definitely can make the case for a lot of years. There's a lot of years that you can make the case for number one. I think you could definitely have that I would never I don't know of any year that I would definitively say for myself is, like I wouldn't stand on any year, I don't think. But I will say that I think this year for sure would probably need to be in the conversation, because there was just a lot of really strong stuff that came out this year. Even the Doom Dark Ages, like some of the other years that the other Dooms came out, I think the first two that came before that were probably more recognized and may have been better games as well. But I don't know. I haven't the AU Dooms, I think I just have very limited interest in. And any itch I might have had with those was scratched pretty well by Shadow Warrior 3, which did a really good job, I thought, of incorporating story into that whole thing. I mean, it's a goofy, silly story, but it did, I think, capture Shadow Warrior, the Shadow Warrior character pretty well. So I don't have a burning need to engage with any of those. And if I do, then Painkiller 2025 came out. And as I do this, I'm closing in on the end of a Painkiller run of the first 6 games. So kind of interesting timing, I think, for a lot of that. But yeah, anyway, I wish all the games good luck. I really wish that Yote would have been in the conversation for Game of the Year. But it wasn't, and I hope it picks up some other stuff. Because I think Sucker Punch did just another phenomenal job with it. I would, like everyone else, I kind of would have been interested to see a continuation of the Jin Sakai, but this new character, I think, has to me is standing pretty tall in their own right as well. So, but I will be voting in the other rounds as well. But I will not. I'm like, maybe I'll join somebody's stream if somebody else is streaming this. But man, 3.5 hours for a fucking show. I'm just gonna be so bored. Like I can't do that. I can't watch that show, even if there's new trailers. Like I'm pretty sure we'll get a Resident Evil Requiem new trailer there, but I can't do it. I don't have it in me to sit and jack my pud while they spend a whole bunch of fucking time, blowing smoke and stuff. So but yeah, I think we'll just leave it right there. So appreciate y'all checking it out. And I hope to see you in the next one, whatever that is.